Hey fam bam, hey leaders, it's MJ Gordon, and today we're going to talk about how to create more energy even though you might feel like you have some. So we talk a lot about chronic fatigue or adrenal fatigue, energy fatigue, but the truth is a lot of you guys are not necessarily chronic fatigue. You're just working a lot. You have a huge amount of stuff on your plate. You have a lot of goals and things that you need to get done. People are counting on you, and you're finding yourself in this place where you obviously have energy because you're doing all this stuff, but you're maxed out. So you feel lazy or unmotivated, or maybe you're unfulfilled, or like you don't have enough time. And so you are asking me, how do we create more energy if you feel like you've capped out? And this is a great question that a lot of you guys have been bringing up in our coaching calls. I'm still accepting free coaching applications, so check that out in the link below if you want a chance to talk one-on-one with me, and we can assess where you're at and talk about one or two things that you can do right away to amplify your energy. And if you haven't already, check out the Unlimited Energy. This is basically all my programs, all inclusive, and we're bringing phases in. So we're breaking down every area of life, not just exercise, not just fitness. We're taking minimalism in place. We're doing the mindset stuff, how you can get into meditating if you don't like it. What is meditating anyways? It's not really thoughtless silence all the time. And how you can incorporate this best to customize you and your lifestyle so that you can truly maximize your energy potential. Every single person that I've talked to so far, each and every one of you that have come to me, it has been amazing because we've been able to identify one or two or a few simple things that level up your energy right now. So I am super pumped about it and psyched to be on this journey with you. So if you feel like you're one of these people who have tons of energy but not enough time, or you're having a hard time keeping up motivation or feeling fulfilled, type in the comments below me, because this is where I'm at. I had chronic fatigue, healed that chronic fatigue, and I still have to balance out my daily life and activities so that I have the capacity to do everything that I do and still have room for more. Still have room to horse around with the kids, to get in engaging conversations with the husband, to go play volleyball while running a full-time business at home, and staying up to date here on social media and homeschooling the kids. We have a lot going on. So the first simple thing that a lot of you come to me and are not doing is getting enough water. And you're not just not getting enough water, you're not getting quality water. We're buying bottled water that's just basically like bottled tap, or using filters that don't really make the water quality. Some of these bottled waters have things that actually make them more acidic, or they're not mineralized, or they're mineralized but in a way that actually dehydrates you. There's all sorts of weird things that happen with water. So you want to make sure you have quality water. If you don't have quality water, the quickest, easiest thing is like a reverse osmosis machine. A lot of times you can get these machines for like 25 cents, 50 cents a gallon, maybe it's 125 cents, $1.25 per gallon, and you just go there with the jugs. We do that, but a lot of times we'll also vapor distill our water from home, or look for fresh spring or volcanic water. Those are my favorite because they're mineralized and they're naturally alkaline, which helps improve your energy levels and helps improve your health in your body. So make sure you get enough water, make sure it's quality water. And if you want to talk more about pH in the body, we dive deep into this in the Unlimited Energy program. If you have the Move program or any of my programs, you guys have been automatically updated to the Unlimited Energy program. So check your dashboard and look in the workshop sections where we talk about this super deep. So the next thing you want to do is just make sure you're taking timeouts, or like I like to call them, breathers, throughout the day. And I find myself doing this, and sometimes when I don't, I just feel really antsy and just overwhelmed and like I'm holding my breath. Have you guys ever been working so much that you hold your breath, or you're scrolling really fast and you feel nauseous? I don't like when I do that, and I can tell that I'm just being tense and I'm not really relaxing. And you want to incorporate a state of relaxation or a state of just ease as you go throughout the day. You can be rushed, you can be under pressure, you can have a task list or a time deadline to meet and still have this state of ease and relaxation. And if you lose touch with that, the easiest thing is to just set an alarm for 3 to 5 minutes and just take some time to breathe. Today, I was just drawn to sitting on my patio, and I've never ever done this before, like ever. At least not here in Florida. But I went to the patio and I just sat outside and I pulled up a chair, and it was a really interesting thing because I have a screen on my patio, so I can't really see clearly outside even though there's a lake and there's clouds. But I was laying in my bed to take this like 3-second break, and I was like, I really want fresh air, but it's kind of hot outside, so we have the AC on. So I just went out in the patio, pulled up the chair, and I was just staring at my herb pot. And it sounds so crazy, but it felt just so good. And I was sipping on a smoothie, and I was just staring at the herb pot, and I was just sitting in that chair, relaxed, just like good old front porch kickback, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. For 5 minutes, it was just a great way to recoup and recharge. Number 3 is plan your meals ahead, meal prep. And if you want to make it super easy on yourself, get a meal service plan. I am all about this lately because I've signed up for Trifecta and I absolutely love it. I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? I saved so much time. I don't grocery shop anymore. I don't cook in the kitchen. I don't have to worry about how balanced my meals are or like trying to come up creatively with how to make it more diverse and just more like nutrient dense. Like Trifecta has me covered, and I love the fact that you can customize your meal plans, skip the meal plans, and just make it exactly what you need. So I told you guys in the video where you spend the day with me that I was not partnered or an ambassador with them. I am now officially partnered with them. Hooray! Because I said, please, please, please make me a partner. I love you guys so much. And they did. So check that out in the link below. The 4th thing that you can do to level up your energy for more is to have what I like to call a minimalist inventory. And what this means is taking that philosophy of minimalism where you say, does this add value? Does this add value? And cut the things that don't. You can take the time to write down what areas in your life you're spending the most time and energy on, and then cut the inventory of the things that don't serve you. It could be something as simple as a commitment that you've made to yourself, or something that you just got in the habit of that you didn't necessarily mean to, but are just sort of in the groove, and just decide not to have that in your schedule anymore. I had to do a couple of those things in my life right now. I currently am subscribed to way too many coaching and like mastermind groups, and so I have to think about just the 1 or 2 that I want to stay completely involved in so I can give my 100% and get the most benefit out of it rather than being spread too thin. So this is a huge and important step that you can take, because even though something seems like it's adding value, if you're not utilizing it 100% and it's not serving you 100% towards your goals or to lifting you up and making you feel good, and it's causing more stress and less positive energy, then you need to cut that out because it's not worth it. Last but not least, you gotta make time for you. And this sounds crazy. This is so crazy, but every single one of you that are in my coaching tell me that you never thought it was a good thing, or you didn't realize the value of taking time for yourself, but when you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. When you take time for yourself to get movement in the body, to restore your body, to reflect, to breathe, to have some time just adjusting your mindset or practicing daily practices, which by the way, if you have not downloaded my free restorative mind stuff, which includes the 30-day gratitude practice, as well as my personal journal pages, I'll stick that in the link below. It's a great way to take time for yourself. And I notice for myself, when I don't do these daily practices, when I wake up and in the evening, I don't feel as good. Like my mindset is not as good, but I've been practicing them so much lately, especially after my recent adrenal thing that went on. And if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I just posted it last week. But after this whole like adrenal thing that went on from withdrawing grains from my diet, I relied so heavily on these daily practices to keep my mindset positive, to keep myself resilient, and it worked. I was so like amazed that it worked, because it usually feels like you don't have energy to do this. You know, I don't have time to take time for myself. I don't have the energy to think about what I'm grateful for. I don't feel grateful. I feel exhausted. I feel fatigued. In fact, I'm kind of upset about things. When you take the time to just really pour into loving yourself and gaining like a realistic perspective, despite the fact that you're exhausted or unfulfilled or fatigued, it makes a massive difference in the world. And so I just depended so heavily on that in the last week that I'm so stoked to like renew it and also update it. So if you've already gotten these downloads and you want the updated version, you can go ahead and ask for it again, and then you'll get the updated version. It's worth it and it's amazing. And I love hearing your feedback on it and how to improve it. If you have daily practices that set yourself in the right mood, share with us below too in the comments, because we're here to support one another and help learn from one another as well. So those are my 5 tips to level up energy for more. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know by hitting thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out, and leave any questions, comments, or value that you want to add to the community below. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys back here in the next video. Ciao for now.